Yeah.
The system, okay, it's running. Okay. Then you have Salesforce. Another one have a very deep correction. It's back above the 40-week to 100-day, and this is the 150-week moving average. 60% earning surprise. You have from funds, the numbers are slightly higher than prior years. Sales are also double digits, but not that high. It's obviously coming from the lows. Adobe, another one coming from the low. This looks like a bottoming base. We have a very strong prior uptrend, and then cup. It might need a handle or test this 400 level. But these are not canceling numbers, just that you have a earnings surprise. CDNS, Cadence Design System. It's a company that have a consistent growth rate, very stable earnings. But it is getting to new price highs. This had been considered a long-term leader multiple times. So earnings surprise was 87%. Synopsys is another one in that group. Similar situation. You get a strong relative strength, but the canceling numbers are not that high. The hubs, I think Cookie mentioned this one. This one do have canceling numbers, and it's just consolidating and just coming from the lows. Earnings surprise was 34%. We got good increase in the, well, it's around the same level of funds. Wingstop, 47% earnings surprise, getting close to new highs. There is no base here, it's a little bit extended, but good numbers. Volume have been low. Melly, that was mentioned already, 35% earnings surprise. Good a bottoming base here and another base here, and it's testing the 10-week. And PODD also gave a 200% earnings surprise, but had been it was not, the market didn't react well to the earnings report. So then I think we have some news recently. Volume last Friday or last week was huge. I guess with those options, and I don't know if there were news, but it's an interesting formation here that it broke out already. I don't know if you're able to see that. I think it was added to an index, if I recall correctly. And so they might be trading with higher volume also because of that. A few more. National Instrument. I think there was some news about being bought out. NVIDIA, the chip sector. Earnings surprise of 58%. It's extended. Mobileye. It's also close to highs, but it's being very wide and loose price action. AMD also meets a new base. Axon is holding to new highs, finding support of the 21-day. Today broke out with a downtrend line, if you want, was a gap and holding well. Volume was low. NBR in the building group. Also, I think this what is shown here as the handle is a base. Earnings surprise was 32. The sales are not that high, but this is a home construction. Lennar, another one that it's forming a base here. And Builders First Source doesn't have good numbers. Anyway, that's the screen. Let me show it again in case to look for 30% early surprise. You put your price parameters. I'm using 3-month relative trend. Liquidity of more than 100 million and composite rating of 95. That being said, let's look at the chip sector. I could look at the RRG charts, as Cookie was saying in the video. So let me go here to, here it is. If you look at the, oh, I need to take the stocks list. Well, this is a list from 2022. I think we have not changed that much, but anyway. Weekly view, and we can see here that the stocks that have been leading are ACLS, NVIDIA, Monolithic Power, AMD, AMAT, Avago, Broadcom, ON Semiconductors, and MCHP, Plant Research. This list may have it's not complete. So one way to obtain a list of semiconductor stocks, I will show you a couple of ways. So in MarketSmith, you just take any chip stock that you know, open a chart, and then you go here into the industrial sector, and you can click here and view stocks in the industry. It will show you only the stocks that are inside this industry group. But as you can see here, there are 3 industry groups in the chip sector. IBD has a specific chip sector. So if you want to see all the stocks in the sector, you click here and view stocks in the sector. And it will give you 97 stocks. And here's telling you these are all the 97 stocks that IBD MarketSmith has in its database. You can sort them in any way you want, but if you want to have a list, you can just go down here, scroll down in this panel, and it will show you here the sprint results. You click on this drop down button, and you can save a copy of the list. And I will put it here, chips, 3 March. So once you save it, you will put it as a list in your computer. Click there. I mean, in your MarketSmith user. And from here, you can do many things. You can, for example, I can do a comparison chart. And I click here, it will take all the stocks. However, these are 97 stocks. And maybe, I think it has a limit of 50 items. I'm not sure how they pick which ones will be the 50, but if you look here, by default, this comparison chart goes back 1 year. So of all the stocks in the sector that were selected by MarketSmith, AHR has been the top performing one for the past year, with more than 200% price increase. So keep in mind that when you're reading this scale, 100 means they stay the same, and everything above 100 is it's a percent gain. You can adjust this, let's say, since the market button. I think the market button back in October 13, if I remember correctly. Put it here. And then you have ACLS and AEHR, ALGM, and I'm not able to read what is the other one. So you can do comparisons like this and maybe add and NASDAQ is down here. So NASDAQ since the market bottom have been coming up 15%, maybe. Obviously, if you use leverage ETF, like 3 times the, let me see if it adds, because there are too many. So the other thing you can do is you can simply download the list. So I have my list here. I will export the tickers. So I'll put it in Excel. And so then I open in Excel. I got my list here. And from here, I can take all these tickers and copy them in any other software I have to do charting. So that's one way. The other way, with Fimbus, we can, for example, let me get it from another window. So if you use Fimbus, you can do similarly. You can go AMD, for example, or NVIDIA, any stock that you know. You click there, and then you click here into you look at the chart, right? And then down here you have this hyperlink that says semiconductors. You click there, and it will show you all the stocks that belong to that industry group. And in this case, there are 63. Remember, it's a different databases. Then if you go here to stats, you click here in this bottom, and it will take all those and put them in these nice pie charts. You see everything, obviously, in semiconductors belong to the technology sector. He breaks it down by market cap, by countries. You see most of them are here in the US. There are a few in Taiwan and the other countries. And they give you also a comparison chart of the performance for the past year. And there are different colors here. So you see the SPY, the selected stocks, in this case, the semiconductors. And then they do it, I think, price weighted or market cap weighted. I'm not sure. Oh, it's market cap weighted. Here it is. But also they do a calculation with the stocks equal weighted. So what we see here, okay, equally weighted, all the semiconductor stocks have been down 21%. Well, the SPY was down 10%. But so that is just a general view of it. But you can from here, then you can do open in the bubbles view, and that's something you can play with it. So in this case, it's just showing you what was today's price action. So which stocks moved strongly today. You see the dot is really small because the bubble size is based on the market cap. So this is a small company. The bigger bubble here, obviously, is NVIDIA, is the largest one in the group. And here is the x-axis is the sector. So well, let's play with this and make it. So you can, for example, let's see which one had performed the best for the past 3 months. And in this case, okay, I want to see many of them in the past 3 months are positive. I don't have any negative one in the sector. That's a good. See here, there's the scale start at 0. And oh, sorry, I changed what the bubble color, not the scale. So let me do it how I meant to do it. So performance for the past 3 months, here it is. Okay, so I stand corrected. So there are a few that had been underperforming for the past 3 months. There seem to be small cap companies. And we have the ones that have positive performance. NVIDIA has been the large cap leader. MBTS is a small price one that has trading around $7. In the past 3 months, have appreciated 90%. And the bubble size, you can play with this. Let's use, for example, average volume or liquidity. So let's take our average volume dollars. So that's liquidity. The one that have the largest, obviously have the biggest amount of money flowing into them. You can also play with this and filter if you, for example, want to use some fundamentals or let's see, I want to, oh, sorry. That was not what I meant to do. These are different views, but you can use these fundamentals filters. And I want to see only the ones that are going to be having a positive earnings per share growth more than 15%, for example. So the way you filter your list, and some of them, I would also want to see a good return on equity, so over 20%. And that way you reduce your list, and from here you can click in any specific chart if you want to look at it. So for example, monolithic power. It will open, and that way you can screen for stocks and ideas. Okay. So those were a few things. I don't know if that fits the bill for today, Cookie.
Anybody have any stocks they want to see or any questions they have?